Hello, welcome to this tropical update for the Atlantic. So let's see what's happening. There's a bunch of stuff happening. We still have extra post-tropical cyclone Helene there in the US. We talked about in the severe weather video, still some rain there. And there's Hurricane Isaac. I think he reached category 2. Not sure if it's still category 2. We will check. And then there's Tropical Storm Joyce there in the main development region, and then there's this other area at high percent chance of development, 70% chance in the next 7 days. Elongate area of low pressure located a couple hundred miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands could produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of the system. Tropical depression will likely form during the early middle part of next week, while the system moves towards the west and then northwest across the eastern tropical Atlantic Ocean. So beware. And there's this one at 50% already for the Gulf or the Caribbean. An area of low pressure expected to form the Western Caribbean in a couple of days. Environmental conditions are forecasted to be conducted for gradual development. Thereafter, tropical depression could form in the middle part of next week. This system is expected to move northwestward into the Gulf of Mexico during the later portion of next week. Interest in the northwestern Caribbean Sea and along the US Gulf Coast should monitor its progress. So please monitor. So let's see. There's Isaac. It's a hurricane. You just go north into nowhere. So it's not forecasted to head into like Spain or Portugal. It might affect Iceland if this becomes like a extra tropical cyclone after it goes into the colder waters. If this can become like an extra tropical cyclone and affect like Iceland or curve towards the UK and Norway. So we better watch. But let's see. There's Joyce, so it's just expected to be a tropical storm there and a depression and then die. So nothing crazy with Joyce, and Helene there is just there. It's just some more rain, so be aware. And let's see, the Insta Pacific, 7 days, just 30% chance there of something, because that's sort of like a gyre or something might fall on the Pacific and on the Atlantic. So we'll keep monitoring this for Mexico, Central Pacific, nothing yet. So be aware in those areas. And let's see that here's Hurricane Isaac. Let's get this other interesting map here. So here's Joyce, just a tropical storm, and here's Isaac. So it's now a category 2 there, 2, and then it's remain a category 2, category 1, and then go down to extra tropical or post-tropical. So you just go there into the Atlantic and maybe affect some northern areas of Europe later. But we'll keep monitoring. Here's the remnants of Helene already dissipated, and yeah, so BR. And let's see some models maybe for this stuff. So there's the GFS. There's a system heading towards Europe, like already tomorrow, Sunday, to affect the UK in many areas. So we'll probably make a video for Europe tonight still, or tomorrow morning, better tonight, so stay tuned. But be aware there of the rain and wind. And then there's Isaac. It goes there, and then it kind of dissipates before it gets to Iceland or anything, but it will merge with some other extra tropical low pressure systems and kind of dance around the Atlantic and blast some rain towards Norway, the Faroe Islands, and the UK throughout this week. And then it shows that the very remnants of Isaac going towards like the British Isles there by October 6th with some more rain and wind. So a bunch of systems back to back there with some rain and wind, so be aware. And let's see. So there's Isaac, and there's Joyce, he dies and flies, and there's the new system. The GFS is strengthening this a lot into like a major hurricane, but don't mind this strength because the GFS always does this, and it rarely happens, but sometimes it did, but it always exaggerates. And then it has this system going north to the Atlantic, leaving like a cold front in the Azores with some rain by October 8th, then just spinning around the Atlantic there and heading towards Europe again later. So we monitor that, and the Caribbean, the GFS is something spotting just north of Colombia there, then passing just east of Central America and going into the Gulf, into like Florida, Alabama again. So I don't trust this either, because I don't know, it's the GFS, but we will keep monitoring very closely. There's the European model. There's Isaac. It goes there, kind of dies. So it might affect Iceland with some rain or snow, but nothing crazy. There's that system tomorrow in parts of France and the UK, and it might have another one, small one later. So let's see. And there's Isaac, it goes, and some other extratropical low pressure systems might dance around there in the Atlantic and throw more rain towards Europe. So let's see. And there's the new system forming. The European also strengthened this almost to major hurricanes. So the GFS and the European are going crazy with this. So we better watch. The Icon also has a major hurricane out of this next new system. So just to show you what's happening, there's Joyce, it dies, and there's the new system forming, major hurricane, and the Icon has another small storm at a lower latitude later. So let's see, there's Joyce, there's the system towards Europe tomorrow, and let's see some more stuff there in Europe later, and then Joyce just goes away and some more stuff later. And then the Icon has like the moisture built in the Caribbean, but only getting together like in the Gulf, but not really getting together, like just a low pressure and most of the rain to the north of it. So very disorganized, probably not tropical. And let's see, the European, I don't think I showed you the Caribbean. So there's the moisture there, it goes, but the European only forms something by October 7th and barely tropical, so just the GFS has faith in that. But the Canadian has the system in Europe, has Isaac. Isaac goes, kind of dies, and brings some more rain towards Europe. There's Joyce, dies. There's the new system. It also goes like to tropical storm, hurricane, but the Canadian's not that crazy. And then it shows something forming in just east of Central America, heading towards Florida again. So this one scenario has another one on the Eastern Pacific near Mexico. And yeah, we'll keep monitoring, but only the GFS and the Canadian are developing this in the Gulf. So the European, the Icon kind of are, but with low confidence. Here's the Neptune, has the system towards Europe, has Isaac going and dying and bringing some more into Europe. It has Joyce there, so I think that's Joyce. So it has Joyce. The Neptune actually strengthens Joyce a little bit more. Then it has the next system, very strong to major hurricane with the next system. So many models are showing some big potential. That's why we have a red area already there. So be aware, but for now, nothing heading towards the Caribbean. Let's just see in the long range if they expect something. By like October 8th, the European model does show a stuff or two going to the Caribbean or getting close, but that's like far out in time. But these systems now are all going to curve out to the Atlantic, so that's like by October 8th might have to monitor something, but not now. And there's like the system near the Gulf and the Caribbean. The European ensemble show like mainly towards Florida or southwestern Gulf near Mexico, but very weak signals. But some members do show like tropical depression or storm, and the Pacific saw some weak signals. There's the GFS, it has some stronger signals there, something in the Gulf near Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, or Alabama. And there's like some signals southwestern Gulf and this forming like in the Caribbean and going north and on the Eastern Pacific too. And until October 8th, it doesn't have anything near the Caribbean, it has all curving out. So we're still monitoring the different signs. But here's the tropical storms probabilities. It has like that system there. It gets by October 3rd a 4% chance, a 60% chance by the 4th, although it's just 70% chance by the 5th of tropical storm, and then it goes. And then that's Joyce there, and that's Isaac, those systems showing up now. there's like tropical depression probabilities. There's Isaac, there's Joyce, there's this system in red, and there's another system, and there's the one in the Caribbean. So let's see. So there's Joyce, it kind of dissipates, so and Isaac goes out into the northern areas, and the new system shows already 100% by October 1st, and that the other system behind it won't likely become anything. It's just lingering there. You see the probabilities die out faster, so that system might form there and head out into the Atlantic. And some probabilities all the way to like 80% chance in the Gulf of something by October 4th there. So we'll monitor this very closely. So be aware there. There's Isaac, the track, the long range ensembles. Just take this 1 or 2 towards Spain, but very low probability, but this might end up affecting Ireland or the UK or Iceland like I showed you. And just category 2 now and weakening. There's Joyce, and then it goes there. The members just taken northeast there, so tropical storm and dying, but some try to strengthen it. So yeah, we'll keep an eye. So let's see. In terms of rain, this is this afternoon, showing a lot of showers and storms all throughout the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Cuba, Central America. A lot of showers and storms. This is like the thunderstorm probability, so be aware. It doesn't show much thunderstorm probabilities in the Eastern Caribbean, but it shows from time to time a little bit. But mainly Central America, Hispaniola, Cuba, a lot of thunderstorms. So those were the storms, and here's the rain. Shows some showers in the Caribbean, all the storms to Central America these next few days, in Dominican Republic and those areas. And here's the, let's see if this works, because the satellite isn't working today. Never mind. So the rain accumulation next 5 days does show some showers there on the Eastern Caribbean. Maybe as isolated storm or two. Shows more storms than Dominican Republic, Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, some passing showers and storms. In Cayman Islands, showing some more storms there, close to 69 millimeters. Showing more throughout Costa Rica, Panama, especially Costa Rica might be heavier. Showing Nicaragua, more than 100 millimeters, Honduras, so be aware in El Salvador, some more passing storms, especially in Guatemala, according to the European, more than 100 millimeters on the Pacific, southern Mexico, and it still has a surge of moisture throughout southern Mexico, more than 100 millimeters, so be careful there. Lluvia fuerte más de 100 milímetros, sur de Mexico. Good, so let's see, more than 50 millimeters, a storm or two in the Yucatan, and in Belize there some rain, maybe some storms. So for southwestern Mexico more, northern Mexico is mainly quiet. So still some storms in Florida, afternoon systems, and shows like some showers in the Turks and Caicos. Northern Bahamas a shower too, but nothing crazy. The GFS has a lot near Guatemala, southern Mexico as well, has more than 200 millimeters, so BR in El Salvador, Guatemala, Mexico, even Honduras and Nicaragua, more concentration of storms there, showers and storms, and the GFS has this system forming there, but we still don't know if that will form or not. But there's the icon, shows more storms, Central America, Mexico, there in Cuba, Hispaniola, and the Gulf. So be aware, some showers there. Southern Cape Verde might have a shower too, so be aware in those areas. And mainly northwestern Mexico, still very hot, close to like 40 degrees Celsius, like in the southwestern US, so 40, 41 is still hot there. Western Mexico, like let's see, near California, so like 42 degrees in northern Mexico, 35 degrees in other areas, 35 in the Yucatan, so still some hot temperatures around, some 30s in Cuba, and yeah. The wind gusts, nothing crazy, but they show like in the Caribbean, from time to time in the ocean, in the Gulf, shows near Mexico some gusty winds by Wednesday, and maybe in the Pacific side there, and the big hurricanes. So yeah, and this is the icon. Yeah, the icon has that other system forming after it, but the European just has this system, doesn't have anything else yet. So yeah, we'll keep monitoring this and stay safe.